Hey, what's picking up, Melfi again? Welcome back to the channel. We're here today with, what's your name?
Deidre.
So we're here at Howard University targeting females today really to show our male audience. So what are some traits that you do like in a man? So when you come across a man, what are the first 2 to 3 things you may want to look for in him to have interest in him?
I guess the first thing I look for in a guy, I mean, when you first meet a guy, you obviously go off of appearance. But I like a guy that's, you know, clean cut, cool, chill. Someone that's easy to talk to. Someone that's just real, you know, real, 100% honest. And I think the third thing would be driven. Somebody that's driven and I know has goals set for himself.
That's huge because when I do talk to a lot of males, leadership skills is something they're lacking. So when it comes to leadership, what are some traits you look for in a man?
Definitely confidence is key. I don't want anybody that's cocky, but confidence is definitely on the top list. Yeah.
If you're out there, you're looking to connect with a nice young lady and they want to be a priority in your life, but not the first priority in your life. You need to be a busy, productive man, have something going on for yourself. Stability, you know, from folks I've talked to, stability is something that females look for in a man. And if you're not stable, you may find a female or two to mess around with, but you can't really land one long term. And so do you have any tips for those guys out there who may be struggling to get stable?
A tip would be keep pushing because, you know what I'm saying, a girl is worth pursuing. You got to put your work in.
They'll bring you guys the energy, so I hope you guys are ready for this. So our viewers been asking us to come out to the general public and ask you guys, specifically women, what are some traits and attributes you look for in a man?
Confidence and being like goofy and just like a sweetheart, you know, like not afraid to just be sweet. So
don't be afraid to be sweet, be goofy, but definitely be yourself.
yeah,
That's what you like. So if you can be sweet, goofy, and yourself, you can land her. All right, what about you?
It's really attractive in a guy if they come up to you and if they make conversation with you, but are also respectful of you and you feel like they actually like want to talk to you for a reason and that they're not just coming up to you because you're hot or something like that.
So you definitely want to engage in a conversation with a woman, get to know her, not just beat the cheeks. Have you experienced that before?
I have. It's just made me feel like a little bit of an object. Happens. It's college.
Obviously, there's guys out there who may have some challenges in having communications with females or maybe don't have some leadership skills. Is there any tips and tricks you guys have for them?
don't be so touchy with people. Like, it's just weird. Yeah.
Don't be awkward. Like, be confident in yourself and just, you know, like, know that if a girl is talking to you and they're engaged in conversation, then that's for a reason, and if they're not, then go shoot your shot with someone else.
The main thing I look for is if someone's respectful, and also if they're educated too and willing to grow.
So in terms of respect, I mean, there's so many different ways respect could go. What is like 1 or 2 things that maybe makes you believe that, hey, I do believe you're respectful?
A good listener, definitely, like someone who you talk to and they're actually listening to what you say, not just like talking back at you and only inputting their opinion on things.
Yeah, especially in conflict. Like if you're having something that you're bringing up to someone that's bothering you, if you are expressing how you're feeling and they only respond with defensiveness and kind of, you know, I don't know, not very like listening, but more just like waiting, what are you gonna say next kind of thing, that's kind of a sign of them not really listening genuinely to you. So that's a big thing for me.
Also, as far as in like, you know, leadership skills, obviously every woman look for leadership skills in their man, right? Is there any specific leadership skills you look for in your man?
I look for how a man treats his friends, especially like also the way that, of course, he treats a woman, but also the way that he treats his friends and like the people that he interacts with. Even like if you're going out to dinner with a man, like how he treats the server, like how he treats the cashier is also really important too.
And his parents. I feel like how a man treats his parents tells you a lot about how he's going to treat you. Because those people are the people that he cares about most in the world. And if he treats those people poorly, like how is he going to treat you? You know?
For guys out there who may be struggling in communication skills or conversational skills, do you guys have any tips for them on how to land a woman and keep a good woman?
Just be a good listener. Like everything that a woman says, keep in mind and like think about questions to follow up on and like think about like, oh, like how can I learn more about like how this person is feeling and try to be more empathetic in that way.
I would say, you know, the first thing I think of is their teeth. You know, if you have bad breath, I'm not gonna lie, that's the immediate, no matter how hot you are, first turn off. After that, I would say their personality. I feel like that's a big, important part. If they're trying to be too funny, then it's very obvious. But if it's very natural and humor, then that is definitely the best way to go. But don't push too much humor. You can definitely tell if there are wrong signs of a girl that are not vibing with that. It's probably a indicator that it's not going well. You probably shouldn't keep pushing it if it's not going into that direction, for sure.
Consistency, integrity. What else I look for? Compassion. Like them to be courteous. And just be yourself. Be natural.
Absolutely.
Be yourself. Show who you are. Don't be flaky. Be a man of your word. If you're saying you're going to do something, do it. Because I'm a woman of my word. So if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it and deliver it. And the one thing I always say is treat people how you want to be treated. So you can't expect to treat me one way and get a positive result when you're treating me in a negative fashion.
Absolutely.
So if you live by the golden rule, you should be fine.
Alright guys, I appreciate you checking out this video. As you heard the last lady said, you definitely want to live by the golden rule, be a man of your word. If you say something, you have to make sure you follow through on it. Be committed to that. Your word is your bond. That's the most powerful thing you have. If you guys did get something away from this video, definitely give this video a huge thumbs up. That really helps me understand what is some content I should make for you guys, the audience. And then if you guys are learning something away from these videos, what have you guys learned from the video? If you have learned something from it, have you implemented those things you've learned from the video? And if so, let me know, how was the outcome? Was it positive or was it negative? But also definitely make sure to stay tuned and stay up to date with my Instagram. I want to keep in constant communication with you guys and build Powerhouse. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. As always, stay blessed, stay positive, stay motivated, but most importantly, stay motivated. Let's go.